Outside edition. Us touching grass. Are you recording? Okay. Ava sees sunlight.
Ava sees sunlight for the first time ever. Every time it's in my face.
Yeah, I know. Because
I just like it to be right here.
I was looking at the footage from episode 4, and I was like, damn.
You just can't take the messing up the podcast out of me.
I was like, damn, she really did not take the constructive feedback. Where did she go?
I thought I was, but I wasn't.
Yeah. You did like angle it a little bit, but it was still in your face.
Yeah.
This
just like it to be here.
Yeah, I know.
But
well, mine was in my face too, though, to be fair to you.
Womp womp womp.
Ice.
Womp womp womp.
Ice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ice.
Womp womp womp.
Ice.
Womp womp womp.
Ice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ice. There she goes.
Woo.
All right, now we're ready.
All right.
Everybody.
No. What are we doing?
I thought we were going to intro.
Oh. Welcome back to the Professional Bullshitters podcast. Outside edition.
Ava sees the sunlight
for the first time ever. Yeah, welcome
She
back.
immediately left.
Well, that was Bailey.
That was Bailey for those.
Our special guest. She may waver, come back through a few times. She's the only one we're letting in the podcast. Baxter, he's
Baxter
been
was pissing me off.
He's been denied.
He's went inside. Unsurprisingly. Anyways, let's just get right to it, I think.
I just want to say, how are you guys?
Oh yeah, how are we doing?
Are you good? Are you great? Are you awful? The worst? Leave a comment, because we do have a comment section.
It's very true.
And also, while you're at it, leave a like on this video.
Oh my god, so true. Innovative thinking, Willow.
And rate our podcast 5 stars if you're an audio listener. I have done that myself, so.
There's a bee.
I'm terrified, Ava. You don't understand. There's a bee, and I'm scared.
I'm so scared of bees.
Bitch, have you seen my arm when I got stung by that fucking wasp? I'm scared. Ava, I'm scared. Maybe we shouldn't have done this. It wants your Starbucks. Give it your Starbucks. Give it
my drink. It's on my drink.
Give it your Starbucks. Maybe it'll leave. Okay, go. Is it gone?
It's kind of gone. It's minding its business. Let's just ignore it.
I'm terrified.
So I'm sorry.
It was a lot of work. All right.
Okay, let's just get into it.
We want to talk about firstly. Last night was the VMAs.
Oh yeah,
I watched it live, every moment, every second. I also, for some parts, watched the backstage, and they were like filming Taylor constantly.
It was awesome.
I know.
They know what the people want.
It's so fun to see her act like a normal human being. How fun.
You know, but I have a hard time associating that Eras Tour Taylor and VMAs Taylor are the same person.
That's hard.
That's a different woman.
Yeah, she seems so like fucking like Marine woman at the Eras Tour, and then she was fucking drunk as shit last night. I love her.
Literally 5 minutes in to her being there, there's a video of her and Ice Spice getting served drink, and she's like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, she had like 7.
So. I love her so much. Anywho,
I just want to talk about the black dress. I saw this before Ava. Surprising. First time ever.
What happened
First time for everything.
What happened was. I was like refreshing Instagram. Is she really?
Assault and battery.
I was refreshing Instagram like constantly, and then I was like, oh, whatever. I'll see it. Well, if she comes on now, I'll have a sixth sense.
Well, I just didn't know that there was a possibility she wouldn't go. I was like, oh yeah, she's gone.
Yeah. So
she loves an award show.
She absolutely does, but you know, anywho, I went upstairs to talk to Grandma about something. I don't even remember what, and I get a text from Rilla and said 8, and she goes black dress, and I go, what the
well,
fuck
at first
are
I
you
just
talking
said
about?
black.
Yeah,
because I had assumed that she already seen it.
Wait, did you really just say black and nothing else?
Yes, I did.
Wait, hold on.
When you when she was wearing the green dress at Eras, you just texted me
Oh,
green.
yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So.
No, she just said black, and I just said, what? And she goes, Taylor's dress, and I just said, oh my fucking god. And the reason that Willow saw it before me was that I went upstairs and I was busy being a family woman. I was busy
She
putting
just
family
can't handle
first.
a woman winning. I think she can't handle it.
Yes, no, I can't. I really can't. Anyhow, but that's it. She won 9 out of 11 awards that she was nominated for. She's now the second most awarded person from the VMAs, and she is the third person to win Best Direction 3 times and the only woman to do that.
She also, last night, she won more awards, more VMAs than Kanye West has in his entire career.
Yep.
So she brought a broom.
All those girls talking about
She's
if Kanye didn't make her famous.
Who the fuck is that dude?
Who is that man? Never heard of him.
I liked some of the performances. I need to stop saying So
I didn't know that. I didn't know that Olivia's I didn't know like anything about Olivia's performance, and so I just saw the clip of her like the stage malfunctioning. I didn't know that was staged.
Yeah.
And so I just saw it, and I was like, oh, period, bitch. I was like, oh, I was so into it, and then I found out that it was actually part of the performance, and I was kind of let down.
Yeah, it's part of it.
But her acting was pretty good, and acting like it wasn't.
Here's my opinion on Vampire. I've heard her perform it a few times. My question is, why would you make a song that you really just aren't good at singing live? Every single time she gets up there to do Bloodsucker Dream, cause you didn't mean you like a goddamn vampire, it's always off key, or she just can't hit the note.
Yeah.
And she doesn't take enough of a breath. Why would you make a song that isn't good live?
It's a difficult song to sing.
It's a beautiful song recorded.
Yeah.
I just haven't seen a live performance that pleases me.
That being said, I will be seeing her live.
I would love to go. Because I like some of the new songs on Guts. I like All American Bitch the most.
Oh yeah, let's talk about Guts really quick. I didn't like it at first. She probably saw
letting it linger.
Do you have to let it linger? I didn't like it at first. I really didn't. But now that I've listened to it a lot of times,
yeah,
I'm really a fan.
There's some songs that I don't like.
Yeah, there are some songs that I'm like, what the fuck is this?
And some lyrics I don't agree with.
Making the Bed is probably my favorite. Get 'Em Back is really good. The Grudge, obviously.
I think my favorites are All American Bitch and Lacey.
My favorites, Get 'Em Back, Making the Bed, and Bad Idea Right, probably.
That's good.
Because, okay, you know how I was voicing to you those insecurities that I've been having recently? I feel like I said that to you, and then immediately afterwards, she was just like, here's Making the Bed.
Yeah.
Are you ill? But I will say the problem I've had with Olivia's albums, like I had this problem with Sour. It's like you're a year late to what I'm feeling. Like if this was released a year ago, I would not have survived. Yeah, that's my current feeling. I just feel like if she released this a year ago, I would not have survived. And I felt the same with Sour. Oh my god, that is so scary. Can we talk about how scary flocks of birds are? Why do they travel in
fucking attacked by a flock?
Ew, stop it. Ew.
I'm gonna cover you in bread. Take a nap.
Us when 1989 Taylor's us on October 27th.
You take a nap outside and you're just covered in bread. When you come back, birds all
birds everywhere. Dude, there's so many of them.
I need you to take a nap outside.
Okay,
really
Willow, that's so scary.
I need you to take a nap outside really quick.
I've taken naps out here, but
no
usually
purpose.
It's 'cause I'm tanning.
I just
anyway.
I just need to.
Let's move on to your stuff really quick.
I wanted to talk about one last thing about I almost said Sour Guts.
I don't like that name, by the way.
Guts?
Yeah.
Me
I get
either.
the idea. Like
it's just
cool
icky.
branding, but I'm just like, what the fuck?
Ew. The cover is also purple, just like Sour. I don't know about that. I think maybe it would have been better
Why
red.
is that like her branding?
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know if I enjoy it. I liked Sour being purple, but I would rather Guts be like red or something. Because I like switching it up.
I just got really insecure about my posture. Because the people are gonna
nobody
see
cares.
The American public is gonna see it.
Yeah. I'll make
I like being able to face Willow.
I want to make one of those line charts. Like, this is the curvature of Ava's spine.
Ew.
I need to sit up.
See?
I hate this country.
We really live in a first world. I don't know what
It's obviously not the history
I.
major.
Of course not. Why would I ever do that to myself? For you. For me, I'd rather die. Earlier today, Willow was talking about this essay that she had to write, and it was about the English Reformation versus the Protestant Reformation. And I jokingly said, "I know those," and she goes, "Okay, tell me about them." And I said, "The English Reformation was when the English reformed, and the Protestant Reformation was when the Protestants reformed."
And I said, sure. And then I explained to her what it really is, because her
But I did know
education is
that.
important to me.
I knew that information. I knew those things happened, but I didn't know that's what they were called. No, I really did. I promise. Anyways, let's move on.
Believer.
Let's move on.
I'm a believer. Well, you never let me say what I wanted to say about guts.
Oh, sorry.
I really don't enjoy the way Olivia uses her cuss words.
Yeah.
It sounds like a child saying like a cuss word for the first
Oh,
time.
it's like, have you
It's
seen?
always over enunciated, and less relaxed. And I
Have you
think when you're
seen-
cussing in a song, it should be relaxed.
Have you seen those videos of the girl from South Park doing the voiceovers and she cusses and she's like with her dad or the director or something and he's like, "No, repeat after me," and he says the line first and then she says it and they're always like giggling afterward because she cussed, and it's like, it's kind of cringy but it's cute.
Yeah.
That's what it's giving.
I just don't really love that the way that she says it just makes me like cringe a little bit. I also really don't like the line in Vampire Fame fucker. Don't like it. Especially the way she says fucker in that. It's just like a so I like to opt for Dream Crusher because I think that's a better lyric. As a lyricist myself, I think it's a better lyric. Oh, I wanted to talk about I was getting ready in Ava's bathroom, and I just want to appreciate this mascara. Highly transformative. Beautiful. Milani Anti-Gravity Mascara. I have long lashes already, so maybe this isn't like for everybody.
Inside. I'll be right back. I'll just keep talking.
Maybe it isn't for everybody, but it makes my lashes look so long. Like maybe even longer. I don't know. Maybe I just have long lashes. But if you want a good mascara, if you're looking for one, Milani Anti-Gravity. Fairly cheap as well. Find it at any drugstore. But it's nice. It's a fun little packaging. Long, cute. But yeah. Just recommending that to anybody who may like that information.
I set my mic down on my keyboard and it just typed so much shit in the doc.
Oh. Interesting.
Okay.
Furthering on to that essay, it was my first college essay I've ever written.
Mhm.
And it wasn't like terribly difficult, but it was like hard because of how many rules there are. And it still hasn't been graded, so I could have gotten like awfully. I had my mom grade it because my mom was a college professor for a while.
Was she really?
Yes,
I didn't know
she went to college. She went back to college in like 2012, and she got her master's in communications, and she taught at Lindenwood, which is where she went to school.
That's cool.
And I had her grade.
Has she always been a real estate agent or just?
She became a real estate agent when my dad couldn't really do it. Because my dad was a real estate agent first.
Right.
And my dad got kidney failure, and when he couldn't
Right.
really do his job anymore.
So then she helped him out. Yeah, got it. Anyways.
I think there was a period of time where he like couldn't sign whatever he needed to do to make their company. So my mom had to do it. Because he like wasn't well enough, I guess. I don't know.
Interesting.
So yeah. And she just really liked it. Real estate, I guess. But I wish she would teach again. She's good at it. But this essay, it was fun to write because I don't really get to write essays, or at least I didn't in high school, about history and things that I liked. It was really just like, who killed John Proctor? Like, who do you think was the main reason who killed John Proctor in the Crucible? Which isn't like the worst essay to write, but it's just like not what I would rather. You'll be writing that soon. Are you reading the Crucible already?
Right now we're reading The Things They Carried. It's about the Vietnam War.
Oh yes, I read that. And then you'll do the Crucible.
Yeah, I don't know the order. I'm sure I could pull up my syllabus.
And then you'll do Great Gatsby second semester.
Hold on, let me see if I can pull up my syllabus.
I already know the order. I've taken the class.
I know, but I want to see.
Okay. My essay was about the English Reformation and how it's similar and different, basically compare and contrast to the Protestant Reformation. And I'm not gonna bore you with the details if you aren't really a history person. But I had a good time writing it. I did start it yesterday, and it was due today. But that's because I was really worried, and whenever I get really worried about an assignment, I put it off until like the last minute because I don't want to have to deal with doing it. And I did that a lot in high school. So, yeah. But I had a lot of fun writing it and getting that information, and it's really fun to achieve higher education. Like, I completely explained to Ava what those two reformations were today, and it's just fun because I feel like I'm actually learning. So, yeah, I had a lot of fun. And while Ava looks at her syllabus or whatever, I'm just
Yeah,
going to
I
talk
think
about
we're doing the Crucible next.
my girl games.
I think.
I have found a beautiful website that allows me to play all of the games of my childhood. Disney games, Nickelodeon games, Polly Pocket games, Barbie games, whatever game that you have played as a child and you can't find it anywhere, it is on this website. Trust and believe. And it has brought me so much joy. The website, for those that are involved, Numuki browser.
How do you spell
Numuki.
that?
Numuki.
Nunuki.
Yes. It's beautiful. And I love it.
Nunuki.
Numuki.
Muki.
Yes.
Sorry. I think I have a processing issue.
Maybe.
Oh wow.
But that's not what we're here to talk about today.
Oh my god.
It's beautiful and it's the best website ever. It also has all the Papa's games on there. No Flash. Some of the games, I couldn't play my Polly Pocket games without having the browser. So you may have to get the browser on your computer.
What was the girls gaming? Girls Go Games.
Okay.
Girls Go Games, and the girls who understand.
You may have to download it if you aren't about that, then just skip ahead. If you aren't about reliving childhood wonder, skip ahead. It's amazing, and I love this.
Love Tester. Willow.
Barbie Snip and Style is on there for those involved. All of the Polly Pocket games. I was playing Polly Pocket Rooftop Terrace, and I enjoyed every second of it because that was my favorite.
I have to look at this later. Okay.
It's beautiful.
I'm gonna fall down a rabbit hole. Okay.
I wish there was a thing where they had like old 2014 Roblox. That is what would make me the happiest, I think, ever.
What did we play the other day? The eating game. What? Let me look at my Roblox.
Oh, Get Eaten?
Yeah, Get Eaten. And it's just not the same.
They changed it. Like, what's your problem? And the fucking star sparkles don't even come out of the unicorn's ass anymore. Like, what are we talking about?
This is crazy.
That was so fun.
I love first word problems.
I miss it.
Also, if you just heard me say first word problems, I also had
Ava says everything wrong all the time.
And a prime example of that is earlier today.
Oh, it's Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy.
Oh, James. He's early. He's early. He's 45 minutes early.
He's going to have fun talking with Graham.
Oh, yeah.
Chatting it up.
We have family dinner every Wednesday, and it's usually around 7, and it's currently 6:15.
And I'm a part of their family
my cousin
now.
Is early. Oh, yeah. Willow comes to these all the time.
And I went to their, big family one the other day.
Oh, yeah. We have a big family get-together with, our, my dad's side, and so it's, second cousins and stuff, and Willow came to that, too.
I felt a little bit out of place at some moments. Like, when they were planning stuff, and then they were like, you can come if you want, and I was like, I feel like that wasn't...
Yeah, no, they don't mean it.
I know. It just, I don't know, sometimes when I'm at things that I wasn't really invited to, it makes me feel uncomfy.
Oh, no, you were fine. They liked you, so. Okay, so we are at the Starbucks drive-thru, and I was trying to order a grande mocha cookie.
This was an hour ago.
Frappuccino.
Yes.
I said a grande, and I immediately just started
fucking dying.
Because
it's not a new thing for Ava to say stuff wrong. And it's just so funny when it happens.
Well, so what happened was my brain, because my brain moves faster than my mouth can. And so my brain said grande and mocha, faster than my brain could say grande mocha. And so I said grande.
It was fucking hilarious.
So we start dying laughing. And the woman who was taking our order goes,
day. It's an hour before she gets off. She's not playing.
Yeah, no, she said, you want a grande mocha cookie crumble frappuccino? Is that what you want? And I was like, yes, I'm so sorry.
We just kept laughing.
I couldn't stop.
And I don't feel bad.
No,
It's
I
not
don't
my
feel bad
job to
either.
apologize for my joy
Yeah, no, it was
and
really
my
funny.
earthly possession.
But like I couldn't catch my breath.
It was funny. I had a
It
great
was so
time.
bad. And then I had to order more stuff.
She
afterwards.
asked me to stop laughing because whenever I laugh, Ava has to. Because I'm actually, if you didn't know, I'm the funniest person alive.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Anywho, that's all I had. It was just a lot, and the person working was just not even a little amused, which didn't really help me.
Earlier, I was somebody asked me what I was playing my girl games on, and I sent back a video saying Numuki, and I just kept fucking laughing because that's funny. And I
It's
was like,
funny.
I don't know why that's funny.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah.
everything that comes out of my mouth is just hilarious automatically.
Numuki.
Numuki. Numuka. Today, as we said last episode, and if Ava keeps that in, we're gonna be playing We're Not Really Strangers, the friendship thing, because we're lazy and we don't want to come up with topics.
Boring.
I'm gonna put away.
It's not
I'm gonna put
actually
away
that, but
the computer. I'm gonna put it
it is
aside.
also kind of that. Yeah, let's put them away. Okay, so the first question for Willow is, what about me would people least expect? This is hard. I feel like I'm very predictable.
I don't think you're very predictable. I think that you're a happier person than if you did an overview of Ava's life, she's very happy for what's happened to her. She chooses joy.
Hey guys, choose happiness.
And a lot of times Ava is way nicer than she should be.
That's true. But then I have a one-on-one conversation with Willow and I'm just fucking bullying her.
I'm a bully through and through.
Yeah.
No, that's not even true. I was about to say maybe not to your face. It is to your face.
Oh
Last
yeah,
year
that's
in
true.
choir, if I
Oh
didn't
my
like you,
God.
I wouldn't talk to you.
Ruthless.
I'd walk away.
Willow Klein was ruthless.
Yes, I was on CLC, but that's how I don't cause problems. If you want me to talk to you and I don't like you, you're gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
You're gonna get hurt.
I'm pretty good at faking it, but that's because I worked as a
don't
hostess
like
for
to.
4 months.
I could, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I worked in the service industry, so I get to. I mean,
So
you
did
did
I.
too. Yeah, but I'm really good at being like, "Hi, how are you? Oh, be quiet." Yeah,
Fuck them. Fuck them kids. I don't care.
yeah. But that's kind of like my job on CLC. Your job on CLC wasn't always that. You know what I mean?
Like what?
Like connecting with other people. Like yes, it was, but like not always. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my main thing.
I guess.
Yeah. Where do I pick? The one.
What do you think I'm sensitive to?
Fucking
Fucking the whole world.
eggs. Mosquitoes. She's allergic.
Yeah, she's naming
What
my
are you
allergies.
sensitive to? I think you're sensitive to.
I can answer this if you can't.
Hold on. If I think about it, I'll come up with an answer, but I can't.
She needs a moment.
Yeah.
To think.
I'd say you're sensitive to like. I guess like other people's like, not perception of you, but like.
You're
You know
right.
what I mean? Like, I wouldn't say that you give a shit just about like anybody's perception, but like if you were to pick like
Somebody that cares about me and then
Yeah.
they say something.
yeah, or somebody you care about,
Mm-hmm.
that is what really fucks with you, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
yeah.
they say something I don't like. I don't like
Yeah.
that.
Oh my God, yeah. The second they say something that like hurts you even in the slightest, you're like, shut down.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah.
Liam.
Liam.
I would also say anything that involves childhood.
Yeah.
I see a TikTok and it's like 2014 aesthetic. I'm like,
Take out.
when I
The
met
KO.
you in the summer.
Ew.
Summer. That song, and then it's just like fucking 2014 pictures. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
do we need to do this today? That's my entire TikTok for you, mate. But I like it, so I bring it back.
Yeah. What do you think my circle of friends have in common? So you and Aubrey.
So actually, just two people. Would you count like the other people that you know, or you don't like some of them?
The people I'm closer with, yeah.
So like, who is that?
My sister, Graham.
Not family members.
Not family members? Immediately gets hard.
I know me and Aubrey. Would you consider Lainey?
Yeah.
Who else?
my
Would you
school
consider
friends.
like more my friends, like Liam, Matt?
Yes. I think when we're saying circle of friends, we're saying like friends, not best friends, like just friends. So like the people I hang out with in my free time. We'll consider those people.
I would say that like I'm more friends with them, and you just like, you know.
Hey, hold on. No.
Well,
What do they have in common?
most of us are funny. Not everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Most of us, though.
I feel like we're all choir kids.
That's true. I wouldn't consider myself a choir kid. I just consider
In
myself a
choir.
kid that was in choir. I said the same thing when I was in band because I wasn't like it wasn't my entire personality. It wasn't my
Yeah.
whole life.
Yeah. But I feel like most of our friends we met through choir
That is true.
and through music.
And that's
like
how it
fine
usually
arts.
goes when you're in an activity together. Fast friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that a lot of us we like to choose kindness, and
Mm-hmm.
most of your friends are like leaders.
Mm-hmm.
They have very
Because I hate people who can't fucking who just are mean.
yeah. Sometimes a few of your friends can be mean.
Oh yeah, but I
Liam.
never once I realized that those people are like that, I usually try to distance myself a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I could name names.
I know.
I'll name names too later.
I know what names they are. I don't need you
Yeah.
to tell me.
Yeah, but you know. And I'm also hey, something I've been realized recently, I'm a little bit of a hypocrite.
Yeah.
I'm like a hypocrite in the worst degree because I'll like say shit about people and then I'm like, I gotta start taking my fucking own advice. But like,
I've noticed that a few
is
times,
what
but
it
I
is.
don't really bring it up because I'm not
Yeah.
perfect
yeah,
either.
anyway.
I've kind of noticed I've noticed that sometimes I'm kind of like just me.
Mm-hmm.
Not all the time, but there's sometimes where I'm just like, in some cases, it must be about me. Like if we're picking a movie, it must
Yeah.
be about me because if
Yeah.
there's something on that I don't like or I don't want to watch, I will be very bored and uninterested, and you can
Yeah.
tell, and it ruins the vibe.
Yeah, it does.
And food. I'm very specific about what I eat.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't want to eat that, you will know.
Mm-hmm.
Just things like that. It's very me.
But I wouldn't call you a picky eater.
I try stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but if I don't like it, I'll never eat it again.
Yeah.
I think sushi tastes like
Yeah, you're
the
very like
fucking SeaWorld place at the zoo.
Yeah, I'd say you're very like stubborn.
Yeah.
In like your opinions.
Because it's
I think.
icky.
In your opinions, you're stubborn, but you're
Yeah.
like pretty open to new
It's hard to
experiences.
change my opinions.
Yeah.
If you ask me anything, I will have an opinion on it. We've
Yes.
said this before.
Yeah.
I have an opinion on everything.
Mm-hmm. Which is wonderful for me because I don't give two shits.
Mm-hmm. I'm very decisive.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's either I like something or I really don't like something.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I pick a card. What does this mean? It says drink more water.
Oh, put it away. That's one of those stupid reminder cards. Boring.
Water right there. Leave me alone.
I don't have water on me. I usually do.
Who do you think I'm closest to besides you?
Whitney or Dakota
I don't know about that.
or your mom.
My mom.
Yeah,
I would say
your
my
mom
mom.
is the right answer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I said Whitney. That was the first person that came to mind.
Me and Whitney are close, but not as
Yeah.
close as like some other sisters are.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think that's probably it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Avery sometimes. Avery, like me and Avery have kind of like separated
Mm-hmm.
in like the last year because like Avery went to college, she's making new
Mhm.
friends and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I still love Avery with all my
Mhm.
heart. But you know, sometimes when
Mhm.
people move away, it's just like
Hard to keep in touch.
that's what happens.
Mhm.
Especially for me, I have that pattern a lot with my friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Yeah. What qualities do you think I need most in a long-term partner? What do I tend to go for?
I think you need somebody who's understanding.
Yeah.
Because you have a lot of times when you need stuff
Mhm.
rather than what you can give.
I'm incredibly needy.
Yes.
Mhm.
And that's not her fault. It's just
Mhm.
you know, it's what she's been through and certain things, and some
Mhm.
days she just needs more than what she can give.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she needs somebody who's understanding.
Have you seen that woman that's like a relationship is not always 50-50? Sometimes you have 20 and the other person can pick up your
Yes.
80, but like,
I like that.
yeah, like
Mhm.
that's usually what it is for me, I think. But
Yeah.
what do I tend to go for?
I think you go for sometimes it's like misguided and misjudged.
Mm.
You know what I'm talking about. But I think you go for somebody who's just like kind and who doesn't like
Mhm.
play around about what they're feeling. I feel.
Now I don't.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about now.
Previously I have definitely just done like I usually am very fooled by what I see surface level.
Mhm.
I'm a pretty gullible person.
Yes.
So like I like if I see something surface level that I like, I'm not good at like digging deeper into that person.
Mhm.
It's usually just like yeah, that's been the problem prior
Yeah.
to Abby. But yeah.
Yeah. I think
But
you found somebody that's
mhm.
accustomed to you.
But I think it's good because well, Aubrey and I were best friends
Mhm.
before we started dating, and I think I've said this so many times. But if you're going into dating with the anticipation of dating said person, you're doing it wrong
Mhm.
because you have to be friends first. It is so important, and
Yeah.
no matter how boring that sounds, like it really
The
is
only
so
time I've been
important.
in a relationship, it was with somebody that I was becoming. It wasn't like we weren't like
Mhm.
best friends before, but we were friends.
You were friends, and I think a relationship is naturally built on that.
And I slayed that.
Yes, you did.
I was a mastermind.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I used to say.
Mm-hmm. Mastermind, and now you're mine.
Wild card. What is the best show of all time? On the count of 3, say your answers out loud.
Okay, ready?
Well, I'm just
One.
gonna say this because it's my favorite show.
Okay, ready? Me too. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
That
The Good
70s show.
Place. Oh, okay. I didn't know that about you. Can you explain?
You didn't. I have a poster on my
I,
wall.
I knew you liked
I
it, but I
watch it
didn't
every
know that
day.
was your like your favorite show.
I love that 70s show because it's really personal to me.
Mhm.
I have always wanted a friend group like that just hangs out every day and they could just be doing the same thing they did yesterday, but it's
Mhm.
still so much fun. And I
Mhm.
love the 70s aesthetic. I've always loved 70s. There's a picture of me when I was 3 in bell bottoms and boots because I loved it.
That's cute.
So yeah, and they're from Wisconsin,
Mhm.
which is something I know about. It's so fun when they're like, we're going to Kenosha for a concert. I'm like, I've been to Kenosha. That's where my CD
Mhm.
shop is.
Mhm.
My entire family lives in Wisconsin.
Mhm.
So it's just fun. And I really love the characters and how
Mhm.
they all mesh well together. My favorite characters are Eric and Red. I
Mhm.
also love Calso on occasion, but Calso pisses me off sometimes because he just fucks it up with Jackie every single time and he's so annoying. I
Mhm.
also love Jackie.
Mhm.
I for some reason I just like Donna's my least favorite in every situation.
Mhm.
I also love Hyde. Fez also annoys me sometimes. I just love everybody and I think they work
Mhm.
so well together.
Yeah. My favorite is The Good Place because well, first of all, it's very like it holds a special place in my heart. The first time I watched it, I was deathly ill. I was so sick, I like couldn't breathe. You know when you're so congested, it's like so awful. Hold on, let me check the camera because I think it's a little crooked. Because whenever I move the mic,
Yeah, it moves with you.
yeah.
My fucking phone was hanging on by a thread over there.
No, but whenever I first watched The Good Place, well, I watched it like 3 times
Mhm.
in like a couple days. It's very bingeable. It only has 4 seasons, and I was so sick, and so it is like very like cozy to me,
Mhm.
and it's also very philosophical, and so it really digs. Have you seen it?
I've watched like the first season when it was on cable.
Okay, got it. So like
The first 2.
it digs into like a lot of philosophy stuff, but it also has really silly moments and like da 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 da. But there's also a bigger purpose. And also after watching it, what the fuck? After watching it, I became like a little less scared of dying. So like that definitely helps. And it's like the iceberg effect, how like, you're watching it the first time and it just seems like something fun, like a fun story about like what the afterlife could be and like what these people's experiences like with the afterlife could be. And then like you go more deeper into it and it's like really like oh fucking crazy because it's talking about how like rampant consumerism is like so bad for the earth and for the people around you and for yourself, but it's so fun that like humans are going to like be like insane consumers and da 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 and capitalism and da 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 and I'm like I love that show.
Yeah, I feel like on a perspective,
Mhm.
I feel as if in a lot of religions, the only
Mhm.
way to go to heaven is to be like a fucking Puritan.
Mhm.
And the Puritans were the most boring people alive. They
Real
wouldn't
dude,
dance. They wouldn't.
and it's and
You
it's
weren't allowed to kiss before, but like
mhm.
nothing.
and it's unrealistic.
Yeah,
And so like
stupid.
whenever I watched that show, it made me feel better about being a human and like buying from Shein
Yeah.
and like doing XYZ. I don't really buy from Shein anymore because I don't have to. I understand people buy from Shein if
Yeah, I have to because I can't
yeah.
find pants.
yeah, if you're a plus sized woman and it's convenient, or maybe you can't afford like American Eagle stuff. Like I totally get it, but I am fortunate enough to where I don't have to do that, so I'm not going to.
Yeah.
And so like I try to avoid it, but like it does make me feel better about like being human and
Yeah.
making mistakes. And I very heavily resonate with the main character Eleanor because
Mhm.
she's like she's like kind of the worst, but like she has this awakening throughout the show of like, oh, I suck. And
Yeah.
she is able to make herself better and make it to the good place. And I'm just like, oh, I love her so
Cute.
much. Anyway, Janet's my favorite character. I love her. Okay. Wait, is it my turn?
No.
Yes, it is.
Oh, maybe it is. There you go.
What do I have a low tolerance for in people?
Annoying people. People who talk all the time and people.
Oh my god, I
who
can't
talk
stand people who
during
don't know how to
sex.
shut up. Okay.
He waved at me, so I said hello.
Oh yeah, it's my neighbor. He's really sweet. His name is D.
It's my question to answer.
Oh, sorry.
Let's have quiet time. I feel like people who tell Ava what to do, she doesn't like that. Ava's a very independent person, so she doesn't really like to be
It's true.
told what to do, unless it's like,
Unless I genuinely am having a problem where like I can't process how to best approach a situation, then it's different. But if somebody is blatantly bossing me around, I'm like
yeah.
But yeah. No, I hate people who don't know how to shut up. If you are talking over a teacher, I want to strangle you.
And immaturity, Ava really just fucking hates that
Ugh.
shit.
Like, how hard is it?
And
How
when
hard
Ava
is it?
is upset or she doesn't like something, she doesn't like something.
It's true.
She really doesn't like something.
Yeah.
And it'll ruin her mood and her day.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty easy to put in a bad mood, but it's because I got a fucked up brain, brother. Whoop whoop woot woot woot.
Between us, who's most likely to cancel plans last minute? I could fucking answer this,
Me.
Ava.
Oh,
Ava.
Of course it's me.
Can you answer why?
Well, usually, so what it is I'll agree to make plans.
And then she'll forget. And I don't forget anything.
Can you guys hear that?
Shut up. Okay, get back to the podcast, Ava.
Sorry. Usually what it is I'll make plans and I'll be like, yeah, that sounds fun. But then I get to the day where I made the plans for, and I'm just like, I just want to lay down. I just want to go to bed.
I think that's a little problematic at times because, like,
Yeah.
if you make plans, stick to them.
Yeah. I know I need to get better about it, but God, it's really fucking hard.
Because I don't forget anything, and I look forward to stuff. Like, I don't do a lot of stuff, so whenever I have something to do, it excites me, and I look forward to it. And then sometimes Ava's just like, I don't really feel like it today. I'm like, oh, okay.
It doesn't have anything to do with you.
I know.
It's just, if I don't have decompression time, I very easily spiral, which sounds like such a lame excuse, but it really is true. Like, I have found it was a really big conversation in therapy, especially last year when I was working. It was like, I have to schedule time to be alone. And that sounds fucking bonkers. But I legitimately, if I don't sit in my basement by myself for an entire 24 hours, I will lose my mind. I will go fucking crazy. And Graham doesn't understand it. She's like, are you get bored? She says to me all the time, are you bored down there? I'm having the best time of my life, actually. Thanks for asking.
I spend quite a lot of time alone, but like, I don't know. I've always just been that way. When anybody wants to hang out, I'm like, I drop a hat. I used to skip work. I skipped work once because I was hanging out with a big group of friends and I just didn't want to leave. I don't like missing out on stuff. That's a big thing. Like, if anybody wants to do something, I'll say yes.
I used to really hate missing out on stuff, but now I'm kind of okay with it because I don't know, I've learned to like put myself above not super I don't know. I've learned to like prioritize my mental health a little bit more.
When I put myself first, I always just go because I know I'm gonna have more fun. I love having fun. I love hanging out with people. I would call myself an ambivert because I love to be by myself, but I love hanging out with people. Sometimes it's hard for me to talk to people, and sometimes it's hard for me to meet people. But if I like this person, I would love to hang out.
Okay, let's move on to the next category. To the twos. You only know one. What ex of mine confused you the most?
I don't know.
Okay, explain why my most recent ex confused you.
Like, he's not as good as his picture. I had never seen him before. The first time I ever saw him was at this concert for Ava. Ava went to a camp, and she didn't even need to tell me who he was. I picked him out of the haze. I was like, "Is it that one?" And she was like, "Yes." And I was like, "I knew it." So really, nothing surprised me about him. He just kind of has a douche look. The hair, I was like, "Yep."
Yeah. I'm
So-
humiliated, by the way, but
It's fine.
hey, you know what? It's a canon event.
I'm just intelligent. Intelligence is just unmatched.
I feel like it's a canon event to have an ugly ex, and everyone just be like, "Why?"
I don't think I have an ugly ex.
That's true. You'll get there.
Maybe.
Mhm.
You're welcome, by the way. I didn't have
Oh.
to say that. If you're watching. Jump off the balcony. We hide. Speaking of, what was your first impression of my most recent partner? What do you think now?
My first impression.
Am I blushing? My face.
I didn't
feel
like
hot?
her at first. I did
Me
not
either,
like her at first.
actually.
Yeah, I fucking hated her at first.
I thought she was a bitch.
I didn't think she was a bitch. I just found it really annoying because she was late to a lot of things and XYZ, and it really pissed me off.
I remember one time when she was like, I am known for doing high notes. And she wasn't really, she was kind of known for that at first, but now it's kind of me. So
Yeah.
whenever in like the beginning of the year we would like have to do that, me and her would be on the top, like always, because we were the only two that kind of sounded good. No offense. But one time I remember in concert, I was like a little bit off key, and she looked to Matt and she was like, because Matt said one of you was off key, and she went,
oh
to
my
me,
god, I remember
and
that.
I was like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
take a step down.
Mm-hmm.
Who couldn't blend the whole year?
It's true. Sorry.
Just because you sound good doesn't mean you need to be the loudest.
No, but then now, well, eventually I did like her a lot more, but now I'm more like, huh?
She gave me one of the best compliments I'd ever had too at the beginning of the year. She was like, I think she said, she was like, I love how you can dress like this. Like I was wearing like Lululemon, and then the next day it's like one of the best outfits I've ever seen. And I was like, oh, thanks. And that was before I even liked her. So
yeah,
it's kind of polarizing.
My impression of her kind of became more positive throughout the year, and now I'm like really confused about my actual thoughts about her. I'm kind of having a hard time forming opinions at the moment. But
so like elaborate.
Because like I like understand where she's coming from with everything, but like I don't understand.
You don't like the approach?
Yes, and I also don't like that she hurt you. I'm very with exes specifically, I'm very much like fuck that bitch, next one. Not next one, but like fuck that bitch, like girl get up. Have you heard that? Like I'm very much like that, and so like the second somebody starts treating my friends like shit, I'm like,
yeah. And I'll point it out. I see everything.
Yeah.
You think I don't? I notice everything. I see everything.
And sometimes
I know what you're doing.
Willow mention something that they did, and I'm like, so for why?
Yeah, why do we need to do this?
Yeah.
You're the one who...
Yeah.
Don't talk to me.
Yeah.
Unless you wanna. Unless you want to check in and see how good I'm doing, you know?
Oh, I don't know if we want to do this on camera. What do you need to vent about right now? Permission to let it out.
I think I'm fine.
Okay, let's just do it.
We vent every day on this podcast.
We vent a lot.
I mean, I could feel like every day it's about the breakup. Like it's every day is a different day. It's been almost 2 months, and I don't know how to feel about that. But like, I mean, I'm good.
I don't understand that question. What have you been overthinking, or who?
Would you like to go first?
Well, it's your question.
Oh.
Or wait, did I ask you that? Wait. No.
Okay,
yeah, it was my turn. Okay, go ahead.
I said you go first.
Oh, okay. I've been overthinking how I treat other people recently. I've been having a little self-loathing.
Mhm.
I've been having some self-loathing about just like how I treat other people because I know it could use some work, but like I also know that it's not always intentional.
Mhm.
And so that's just been kind of a thing I've been in my head about recently. And I'm trying to accept that it doesn't make me a bad person, it just makes
Mhm.
me a person.
And I think it's a positive change for you.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's been times when you say things and maybe you don't realize that you say things, but they hurt my feelings anyway. And I think you've
Mm-hmm.
been more attentive to that.
I've been trying. It's hard though, because
Mhm.
I really can't explain it any other way other than sometimes my brain unplugs. I don't know why it unplugs. I don't know how it unplugs. I don't know who unplugged it, but it just stops working for a little bit. And that is usually when those kind of things happen, and it's never on purpose. It's never a reflection of my love for you. It's always just my brain kind of shuts down a little bit. I'm at like 25% power instead of 100. Um, and it is just ADHD, but like I don't know how to fix it, and I don't know what causes it. So yeah,
Mhm.
that's my thing.
I would say for me, it's just like my future. I
Mhm.
overthink that all the time.
Mhm.
It's just like I'm in a phase where I'm figuring out who I am and what I want to do and what I want to be. And I kind of have two lanes I could go in right now. I could do like
Mhm.
music or I could keep doing my history thing.
Mhm.
And even if I like do pursue music and it works out, I still want to be able to have my history degree because I've
Mhm.
always loved history and I want
Mhm.
something to prove that. And I want to be qualified to talk about it.
Yeah.
Because like if I ever got like a lot of money, it's always been a dream of mine to like have my own history museum and like have
Mhm.
stuff in it that like fascinates me.
Yeah.
And that would be fun to be like the museum director there and like give tours sometimes or
Mhm.
whatever. So yeah, and like just like what I'm gonna be doing because it's like nothing is like flat anymore. Nothing is
Mhm.
like predetermined.
Oh yeah.
So I just have to figure it out myself.
Mhm.
Like where am I gonna live in like a year and a half? Where am
Mhm.
I gonna go?
Yeah. I'm also having that struggle, but I think in a different way than you because I'm a junior in high school, which is when they're like college,
Hmm.
and everyone's like, "College, you have to decide." Da da da
You
da.
don't.
We had the college fair
It's a
the other
lot.
day, and I'm just like, brother. And I know I don't. I don't. I have time, and it's fine. But like, I don't know. It just freaks me out because I won't go into it too much, but I've talked about it with you. Where going to college for me is more than just going to
Hmm.
college. It is like five other decisions all at once, and they're all very personal to me. And it's just hard because like I am 17.
Hmm.
And when I'm gonna be making these choices, I'm gonna be 18, and I just feel like that's too young to have to make these
Yeah.
choices. And it's just how I have to grow up, which really sucks.
Hmm.
But
I think it'll be easier if you start making these choices now, so you don't have to do it all at once.
yeah. But I mean, like right now, I just like thinking about it makes my brain hurt, and I'm trying to decide what I want first and foremost. But like, what I want, I think, is like I don't know, a little bit hard for me because I've talked about it with you. Like, I want to go to Chicago, but
Hmm.
like, I also want to stay here for Graham and for my family. But like,
Hmm.
I want to do what I want to do, but I also want to be with my family. And it's just like, fuck,
Yeah.
bro.
Family's really important to
Mhm.
Ava, and I've talked about this with her a few
Mhm.
times, just trying to get her to understand that yes, family is so important,
Mhm.
but at the end of the day, it's your life. And it sometimes people look back at their life and they regret it, and I don't want that to happen to her.
Mhm.
I think I personally know what choice I would want her to choose
Mhm.
because I want her to be happy, and I think she can thrive in Chicago.
Mhm.
But I know she wants to stay here, and it's good of her to stay here, but I don't know if the good choice is always the right one.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, but I got like a year and a half to
And you can
decide.
always visit. Chicago's really close.
Yeah.
Trains are fun.
True. That is a good
I love a
point. No, we're
train.
doing two.
Oh
How
yeah.
many do we have? Two. Okay. We'll do after this one. We'll do one more each. So like this one, and then one more, and then you, and then we'll move on to the next one.
Why do I always get these ones?
Yeah. We can do
Describe
it
our
definitely
friendship's
after that.
defining moment. Get specific, compare.
Our friendship's defining moment. Oh, that's a wonderful
Maybe when
question.
we started this podcast.
I disagree. I think our defining moment was probably when you started opening up to me about like your life. Like, how do I describe this? I think it was when we first started like talking. to each other about things that were less surface level.
Mhm.
Like, I didn't know jack shit about you until probably second semester last year.
Yeah, I don't tell people a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and then you started opening up to me, and I was like, and we're best friends.
I like to have this outlook that I'm always happy and like giddy, and like some people view it as like childlike,
Mm,
but that I feel like that just makes it more fun.
mhm,
Like I don't like when people demonize like being like a child.
mhm,
Like not like immature. Like I wasn't immature.
mhm,
Like I've always been mature, but like just having like a little bit of childlike wonder never hurts anybody.
mhm.
And some like it's fun.
Yeah.
So when Ava like started to figure out that I'm not all
Mhm.
sunshine rainbows happy, it's like that's interesting. I didn't know that about you.
I mean, I knew you weren't. I never assumed that you were only like that, but like,
Yeah, I'm not one dimensional, but
yeah, but
nobody
like,
is.
I didn't think that. I didn't know anything about the reasons you were the way you were, and so whenever you started explaining that to me, I was like,
Yeah, there's a reason I act like a
Mhm.
child.
Yeah, but yeah.
So,
What's the hardest part about making new friends for you? This is a great question for us.
okay. I have social anxiety.
Mhm,
It's hard for me to like approach people and talk to them.
mhm. I'd like to really quick just mention that we live in the Midwest. The cicadas are about to come out, and it's just gonna be loud, and you're just gonna have to deal.
But like I don't know, like it's hard for me to go up to people when I don't know what they're like, and
Mhm,
I don't know how they'll perceive me.
mhm.
So,
My hardest part about making friends with friends is like the initial like, do they like me or not?
mhm.
Because I give a shit sometimes, sometimes
I
too
always give
much.
a shit.
Sometimes I care too much about what people think about me, and
That was a cicada.
cicadas are scary. By the way,
They're huge.
they're
Why are
huge.
their little shells so small but they're so
Mhm,
big?
mhm. It's
Hating it.
ridiculous. Anyways, I like. Anyways, like bugs really gross me out.
Me too.
Um.
If you've ever, I say the phrase "icky bug" whenever I
Mhm,
see a bug.
mhm.
Just makes it all that more fun.
Anyway, I yeah, I get really scared about whether or not people like me, and so I didn't know if Willow like for Willow for example, I wasn't sure whether or not Willow liked me, and then we started hanging out one on one, and I was like, oh, she does actually like enjoy my company.
Okay, little tidbit.
Yeah, I know.
First semester chorus, Ava kind of made me mad a little bit because she got the solo and I was gonna go out for the solo,
Hmm.
but I wasn't there that week because I was in Arkansas for my brother, and Baird was like, "Too bad, so sad," and I was like,
Really?
"Yeah,"
Damn.
and so I was like, "Okay, whatever." But
Yeah.
I shortly after that I got over it because I get over things
Hmm.
occasionally. I actually hold grudges more than I get over things.
Yeah, me too.
But shortly after that, I became chorus rep, and then I viewed everyone as my children. And I
Yeah.
still did that till my senior year. And I
Yeah.
called them my kids, and they still
Hmm.
acted like they were my kids. Everybody that was in chorus loved me,
Yeah.
and I love my children. And Ava
Hmm.
became like my little prodigy senior year.
Yeah.
And so I defended you when
Hmm.
anybody would talk bad about you at any point, even first semester senior year.
Hmm. Yeah.
Because I don't like that shit verbatim. I don't like when people talk bad about other people when it's
Hmm.
undeserved. Like, people would say things about you that weren't even like a problem. They would
Hmm.
just talk about you
Hmm.
in a negative light. And I was like, so why do we feel the need to be doing this if
Hmm.
there's no actual problem?
Hmm.
So yeah,
Okay. Whose turn is it?
I think it's mine.
Yeah.
We'll
Okay. Yeah.
do the
Yeah.
last
Yeah.
two, and then you can
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
drink.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I don't like this one.
That's fine.
Boring. Boo-hoo, boring.
Willow reads so damn fast, and I recently learned that about her.
Yeah, I can read really fast. My brain is just cool, you
Hmm. I love your brain. It's so fascinating. Anyway.
know. Who was your earliest crush and one thing about them?
Oh my god.
I used to have boyfriends in middle school, and we can insert a
Yes.
picture of me with my boyfriend from preschool. His name was Shane,
Hmm.
and I didn't like him, but he would chase me around.
Hmm.
Um, and in the caption to the picture on Facebook is, um, like two text things, and it's my mom was like, Shane asked Willow to marry him, and she said, I don't think my mommy will let me.
Oh, that's cute. My first crush was this guy named Tyler, and he was kind of the worst. And we dated in first grade, but I initially liked him in preschool. And the reason I stopped liking him was because my teacher lived on a farm, and she brought in like a litter of puppies one day,
Mhm.
and they were like golden retrievers. They were
Mhm.
super cute and small. And one was crawling towards me, and Tyler grabbed it and brought it to him, and I was like, what the fuck?
Weird.
And then when we dated in first grade, we were lining up after second recess because kindergartners and first graders got second recess in elementary school because we were cool. And we were lining up after second recess, and he goes, Ava, I'm dumping you. Da 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 is my girlfriend now. And I shit you not, she was right behind me. She started jumping up and down, and I was just like,
damn, you got owned.
I was like,
You got fucking owned.
oh, I
Have
was
I
the
ever
worst in
told you
elementary
that
school.
I
though,
had
but-
a boyfriend for 3 years in elementary school? Second grade, third grade, and then he broke up with me in fourth grade for the new girl who was our friend. Her name
my
was
God.
Jamie, and
Oh my
I was
God.
she was like my new best friend, and then he dumped me for her. And then I
That's
liked our
crazy.
other friend. His name was Ty. I'm still friends with all of
Mhm.
these people. By the way. I don't think they watch the podcast.
Mhm.
But yeah.
That's crazy.
But if we're flipping this around for
Mhm.
celebrity crush,
Mine was Justin Bieber, and then I found out that he went to jail. He got a DUI.
I never
And
liked
I-
Justin Bieber.
Well, so I found out he got a DUI, and I was like, I can't have that. Personally, wouldn't put up with that, and so
Not a
so I
man.
stopped liking him.
My first crush was Cole Sprouse. I was obsessed with the Sweet Life on Deck. And I still watch Sweet Life on Deck all the time.
She does.
Um,
One thing about Willow can't fall asleep unless there's something in the background, and so she'll play. There was one time we were sleeping over at her house, and Scream 2 was on, and it was really quiet. But when people were dying, it was so
You could've gotten up and
unfathomably
turned it
loud.
down.
I know, but I didn't feel comfortable like getting up and being like, and so
It's
because for some
me.
reason I'm not comfortable in your house. I don't know why. And so well I know why, but anyway,
my room is cozy.
your room is pretty cozy, but I can never like make myself feel at home. You know what I mean? I'm always like I'm in my bubble. I'm in my bubble. Like that's just a thing I do. But you're pretty good about being in my house, I think.
I was talking about my house.
Oh, like you feel like that. Oh.
Sometimes.
Okay. But
I don't really go upstairs in your house.
because that's not my
No.
space.
I'm
That's not my
comfortable in
space.
Ava's part of the home.
Yeah. But yeah, it was like so loud, and whenever I woke up the next morning, I was like, Willow, I can tell you the entire plot of Scream 2. Do I remember it now? Absolutely.
I know
not.
the
I
entire
remember a
plot of
lot of
Scream
people
2.
die.
These are my favorite
But-
movies.
Yeah, but no, I like knew the whole thing.
And I'm a very heavy sleeper, so
Mhm.
loud stuff.
I'm
doesn't get
also a
me.
really heavy sleeper, but whenever I'm like slap happy and I'm so tired and something is loud, I'm like I can't.
Yeah, I'm literally I can fall asleep anywhere too. Like
Mhm.
a lot of my life we would be at events because my family is very well known and we would always be going to these events and blah blah blah, and I would get tired and I would literally just fall asleep on the ground. If I was that tired, I would make a bed on the ground. If I was wearing a jacket, I'd put it over me like a fucking blanket, and I would sleep until somebody would have to pick me up.
That's crazy. Mhm.
So yeah.
Okay, moving on. 2, 3. Oh my god. In what ways do we enable each other? How can we hold each other accountable moving forward? That's an awful question. We enable each other's spending habits, I think.
Yeah, definitely me more than Ava because I have no money.
Yeah.
But whenever Ava wants something, I'm like, get it. You
Yeah.
got it in the bank.
Yeah. Because money is just a concept for me. Money isn't real.
And also, whenever there's opportunity for me to get something, I'm like, yes, give me
Yeah.
this. Give me it.
Mhm.
I'm like Mr. fucking Krabs, dude.
Yeah.
Because I just love stuff. If you've ever been to my room, I love stuff and I love having it everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a hoarder, low key.
Mhm.
It's hard for me to get rid of clothes.
I hate having stuff, but I can't. I can get rid of it pretty easily, but the thought of cleaning to me just like makes me feel exhausted.
It's hard for me to get rid of things. I
Mhm.
love stuff. I just love to have stuff.
Mhm.
Even if I'm never going to use it, I love stuff.
Mhm.
So whenever Ava is like, do you want this? I'm like, I do. I
Mhm.
actually do.
Yeah. Mhm.
Sometimes I'm like, Ava, look at this. And she's like, no,
Mhm.
you're not getting it.
Yeah.
She's like my mother.
Well, we were in Joanna Fabrics the other day, and she was like, "Can we have this?" And I was like, "No, we can't." And this woman was walking past, and she goes, "Like, it sounds like a mother." And I was like, "Hey."
we were looking at Halloween stuff, and I love Halloween. And I was like,
Mhm.
Ava, look. And she was like, no.
I was like, "No, Willow. Hey, hands off. Hey, I said no."
Yeah. But I have fun when we go shopping. I love to shop.
Yeah.
It's something I got from my mom. Me and my mom shop together.
But one thing about Willow shopping is she stops and looks at everything,
Yes.
and I am very much the opposite. I'm very like, I don't like that, I like this, I don't like that, I like this. I'm very quick about shopping.
I can describe it in one noise.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's what I make whenever I see something that I
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
And Ava, one time we were in like the Ozarks and Ava's like, Willow. And she was making fun of me.
When?
She was like, she has to stop at everything. Ooh. Remember?
No, I don't remember
You apologized for it. Because that trip you were being kind of mean.
that. Oh. It was probably because I was overstimulated and I want to go home. I wanted to go home
It
probably.
was several days.
Really?
You already apologized.
Oh.
But whatever.
Well, sorry. I don't remember it.
It was your birthday trip.
I literally don't remember any of
Oh my
it.
God. That's crazy to me.
I forget everything.
Sometimes when people don't remember things, it just blows my mind.
I forget a lot of shit.
People being different is weird.
Anyhow.
What was the question?
How do we enable each other?
Oh,
How can we hold each other accountable moving forward?
I think another way we enable each other is like, especially when, because we can be very mean people. It's very easy for us to be
so
mean.
mean.
And we aren't often mean to each other, but
Mhm.
whenever one of us is in a bad mood and are making mean comments, it's so easy.
It's usually me.
It is usually Ava.
Yeah.
It's so easier for me to just go back in with it and do a jab, and I'm good at jabs. I'm very wordy and clever with my words, and I just know how to hit her where it hurts.
Yeah. And usually Willow says one mean thing about me, and I still think about it.
Yeah. I get over it
Yeah.
with Ava. And most of the time I don't make a jab because I'm just like, it's Ava being Ava.
Yeah.
But if it really pisses me off, I'm like,
yeah, no, I know I gotta stop. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to get better.
Yeah.
But yeah. I'm glad you don't dwell on it as much as I do, because I fucking
sometimes I do.
yeah.
I probably do more than I think I do.
I notice sometimes when you're like put off by something I said, and I'm like, I shouldn't say shit like that anymore. And I usually try to be better about it, but you know, I have impulse control problems, so
You wanted to answer that?
we can just move on.
Boring. How have I helped you without realizing?
You've offered a place for me to say things and not judge me.
Mhm.
I've never really had that with a friendship. Usually whenever I tell people stuff, they judge me about it a little bit. And I think you definitely have opinions about things I say, but you never outright are mean to me about what I say.
I don't say that your opinions are wrong because I don't believe anybody's opinions are wrong. Your opinions are formed based upon what the knowledge that you've been given and how you've interpreted that throughout your life. So I don't think anybody's opinions are inherently wrong. I think that sometimes you can be misguided to believe something that maybe isn't inherently true.
Well, and sometimes I'll state like a fact about myself. And so like if I'm just saying something like, fuck, I'm sweating so much right now, which I say a lot because I'm very sweaty and hot
If it's
person.
something like that, I'll be like, because I don't like icky things.
Well, so the thing is, whenever I would say stuff like that to my friends in the past, they'd be like, ew, that's fucking gross. You don't say, ew, that's fucking gross, Ava, you're gross and nasty. You just are like, okay.
I'll be like, all right.
Yeah.
If it's like a burp, I hate burping. It grosses me out so much.
Dr. Pepper, when I drink Dr. Pepper, I cannot help it. I have to burp.
Because whenever I've described this to Ava before, whenever somebody burps, I just imagine like the gas being colored green and floating through the air, and then I'm breathing it in, and I'm like, oh, please. Some things I do think are gross, but like if she's saying she's sweating and it's hot out, I'm like, of course you're sweating.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
No, but like in past friendships, people would be like, ew, that's gross.
Are you not sweating right now, Miss fucking
exactly.
bitch? Like, come on.
And so then I'm insecure about it, but like, you know.
I don't care about anything really, but I care about
What about
everything
you?
at the same time.
What about you?
I would say the same. You've given me a space not to feel as judged. On some occasions.
Sometimes you say shit and I'm like, huh?
Yeah. Maybe valid, maybe not, I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes I'm just in a
maybe sometimes I'm crazy.
Sometimes I'm in a mean mood.
I'm unmedicated.
It's true.
And I raw dog this world. And Ava really just has to deal with that. So I get it. We have to make that TikTok. You remember that one time we were filming that TikTok where it's like the one where it's like say something where it's like why saying the waves or whatever are saying something that we just can't hear, and then it's like I just wish you wouldn't say stupid shit.
What?
Do you remember? It's that TikTok sound.
No. We'll pull
I'll
it up
play
in a
it
little
for
bit.
you later. And I think that's really true. If you know what we're talking about, we'll put it in here when we make the TikTok, because I'm gonna make her make it after this.
Okay, that's fine.
But sometimes I
here.
just say stuff and Ava either doesn't say anything or she's like, "Why would you say that?"
Yeah, sometimes you say stuff and I'm either like, huh? Or I'm like,
Yeah, why would you do that?
yeah.
And I'm like,
I just like
for
don't understand.
fun, let me speak. Oh, Morgan's here.
Yeah. Anywho.
I feel like you've helped me a lot. I just have a lot of problems monetarily, and you helped me a lot with that. And you've helped me view money in a different way. I've never been.
Oh, like it doesn't matter.
No, because it matters still to me.
Money doesn't matter to me. Sorry.
It still does to me because I have to pay for college and shit.
Yeah.
And that's things that Ava doesn't really have to worry about. So sometimes when Ava, that's been an issue before. Sometimes Ava doesn't realize when she's talking about money in a way.
Shit. Yeah.
I've struggled with, my family has struggled with money our entire lives. So sometimes Ava talks in a way and I'm like, okay.
I literally cannot conceptualize money. I don't understand it. Like there's a disconnect between my brain and what it actually is, and I don't.
And I've had a problem before being jealous of you for that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'm just like, damn, I wish I had money like that.
Yeah, I know.
Because it'd make my life so much easier.
And I know I'm really fortunate in that way. I just like can't. I can't. Could not tell you what $1 is. 100 cents, sure, but like I don't. There's no like value to it for me. Do you know what I understand? Do you know what I mean? That's just a thing for me.
I have fun doing this.
Oh, this one's cute. What's one thing you cherish about our friendship?
I think how much we love each other.
Oh, that's true.
I've never had a friendship quite like it. I just love her a lot.
Yeah, that's my best friend. If you killed somebody, I'd be like, they deserved it.
I could never kill someone.
I know, but I'm saying, have you ever seen those Spencewa videos where it's like his best friend kills somebody, and it's like, well, she did like save puppies in her free time, and it's like, okay, but da 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 da. It's like that. I make any excuse for you if I have to.
Yeah, I just love to have somebody that loves me as well, and it's a different kind of like, it's almost like soulmate. Yeah, I just love having Ava. And it's like a friendship where we can like bring things up and we won't be hurt by it.
Yeah.
We can easily we can just talk to each other.
Yeah, I can pretty easily take constructive criticism from you.
It's hard for me to take criticism sometimes because it's hard for me to admit that I'm wrong.
Oh, I hate admitting that I'm wrong, but usually when you bring up something like, hey, this really hurt my feelings, I'm like, totally my bad, because I understand that I have impulse control problems and I say shit without thinking about it, and it's never, and if it like hurts your feelings, then I'm like, oh, I need to fix that because it's totally my fault. It is not your responsibility to not take things that I say personally, because if I say something that hurts your feelings, it is my responsibility to fix that. And that's like a thing that I think is really important to me. But
yeah,
I like that.
I've just a lot of times in the past I haven't had like friendships where it's fully reciprocated, like how I feel, and sometimes I don't feel as if like, sometimes there's times when I don't feel as if you like have that like fully reciprocated, because I have a lot of emotions and I have a lot of feeling.
Yeah. You feel things like 10 times more than anybody else around you.
And so I just love to share things with people, and like I want to live with Ava so bad, and like she was like skeptical. She was like, I don't know, and I was like, no, please, no, I need it.
I think it would be good for me to live with a roommate. I think living with you would be really helpful, but I just like living with one of my best friends freaks me out because my sister did that and it did not work out for her. So
yeah. Well, I think it's different because we understand each other
That's
so well.
True. We do like share a brain, but you know.
I tagged her today in this thing where it's like one of those like elementary school boards where it's like green.
Oh my god.
Doghouse, and she was like, I don't want to do that, and I was like, I think it would be really helpful.
I was like, I'll lose, because immediately my brain turns it into a competition.
I don't think it's a competition. I commented on it. I was like, even if you lose, it's all about getting back up there and learning from your mistakes.
And I said, ew. I responded to her. I said, ew.
You didn't say ew.
Yes, I did.
You didn't.
Yes, I did. You can check. I responded. I said,
Ava,
ew.
leave me alone.
Anyway.
But I just love our friendship, and I think it's been very beneficial.
Me too. Anywho. That's been this episode, I think. Well, I just put those back in there, so you're going to have to draw from like the back or the middle. Okay.
When do you feel closest to me? What are we doing?
I feel closest to you when we get food and then we're sitting in a parking lot and we're watching Brittany Broski, and I'm not kidding. This is not a joke. We do this regularly.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that is such like a teenage girl experience to me, and I feel so at home and cozy. And so like this is my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
This is my best friend and I love spending time with her. That makes me feel so happy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
I just feel closest to Ava whenever we're together.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's physical closeness, but it's also like I can be here with you and not have to wait for you to text back.
Mm-hmm.
I respond very fast. I'm
Mhm.
probably the fastest responder you ever met because I
Mhm.
hate notifications.
Mhm.
And I just love to be able to talk openly. It's so fun to talk.
Mhm.
I get a rush every time I talk to somebody, and it's like you can tell when it's a good conversation. It's so fun. I love to be able to have a human experience with another human and feel seen. And I get that a lot when I'm with Ava because she understands.
Oh, that's cute.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, I think that's it for today. We gotta go eat.
I was going to say something else. A lot of times when we're in the car and Ava's like, okay, time to go home, Willow.
Mhm.
Morgan's in the window looking. I love Morgan. A lot of times when we're in the car and Ava's like, it's time to go home. I'm like, no, please, just more minute. Because I just love to hang out and I never want it to end.
We hang out like at least twice a week though, so I'm like, there's always gonna
Or
be
more.
more. Yeah.
But Ava just doesn't have much as like a social battery as I do.
Yeah, I get drained pretty
But
fast.
I love to hang out. It's my favorite thing. And Ava's like one of my only friends. So,
yeah.
I like beg her. I beg her constantly for anything and everything all the time. So,
yeah.
It's been a fun episode.
Yeah, this one's good.
Maybe we'll do this again. Maybe we'll do it for 10.
I like
episode
filming
10.
out. I like filming out here.
Every
This is
5
fun.
episodes, maybe we'll do a few of these questions.
Anyhow.
All right, we got to wrap up because we're being rushed.
We gotta wrap. Thank you for watching, everybody. Like and
This has
subscribe.
been a fun episode. We've had fun. I love to answer these questions.
I like being outside. This was a good vibe.
This was great. I had a great time.
Me too. Anywho,
Love you all.
Yeah.
Please give it a thumbs up.
And rate us
If
5
you
stars
watch
on
till the end,
Spotify.
comment a poop emoji in the comments. If you watch to the end, comment a poop emoji on our latest Instagram post.
And call us stupid.
No.
Please don't do that.
Why would you say that out loud? Now they're gonna call us stupid, Ava.
Please don't, guys. Please don't.
I'm like yelling. Hi, neighborhood.
They love me.
Sure. You think Mackenzie can hear us? She's like,
Anywho,
Willow and Ava need to shut the fuck up.
these bitches need to be quiet.
We'll see you. We'll see you next week.
Anywho, bye guys.
Love you all.